So now we get underway with our second Mini-Max Heat, the inaugural event where we see Mini-Max join us for the very first time. And your grid is as follows. Rino Fernand-Franco from the Netherlands will start on pole position. Also lovely to have a chat with Matej Radenkovic's dad earlier on during the lunch break, and he said that, yeah, he looked really good in micro, and that was very much the case at the Winter Cup, if memory serves a lot of people correctly, including myself. But they made the jump to Mini, obviously with the current situation, and Matej has been very, very quick indeed. Radenkovic starts on second. Tam Saleh and Thiemen Hooven will complete the top 4 positions. Karel Stout will be in 5th, ahead of Vidmar Aljaz in the 126, rounding out row number 3. Row 4, we have Vic Stevens from Belgium and Bo Lovet from Belgium as well. And rounding out the 10 strong. From Belgium, it is the 177 of Jasper Leenaerts and the 197 of France's Mathis Soubadou. So Franco took pole position earlier on in time qualifying yesterday afternoon and took the win earlier on this morning. So race 9 of the meeting out of 34. We will have 13 races taking place tomorrow, so the second chance heat for Senior Rotax will get things underway at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, local time. And then Micromax will start the first set of finals, starting from 10:50 in the morning. And then we start the second and last finals as of 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Seven minutes on the clock, plus an additional lap now on the gantry. The red lights once again ignited, ready to go out at a moment's notice. Now we have had 2 full starts through the Micromax second heat that we've just had. Let's see how Minimax get on as the temperature again climbs another degree to 35 degrees Celsius here in the Limburg region. They now come through the exit of turn 12. They will now split into the tram lines. The Rotax Max Evo engines go up the rev range. We are lights out and off and away. And it is nearly 3 abreast going into turn 2 for the first time. But a great start from Franco, and I think that's Tam Saleh trying to get his way through. Let's see if he's made it through. It's side by side for the lead all through turn 4. And we've had the 107 of Boluet and the 126 of Vidmar Aljaz come to grief on the entrance into turn number 4. Both carts, one on top of the other, as there's a move up the inside on Tam Saleh by Matej Radenkovic for second position. So Franco trying to break away like the Dutch driver did in the first heat earlier on. So yellow flags between turn 3 and turn 4 at Marshall post number 2. And there will be no overtaking allowed. Right, the aftermath of that accident has now been cleaned up and we are under full green flag conditions. As now, Karel Stout forces it up the inside of Thiemen Hooven, up into what is effectively 4th place on the road. And Hooven coming under more fire. Oh my goodness me. The 197 of Mathis Soubadou is flying up the order, but then loses a couple of positions. Loses out to, I think I just saw Jasper Leenaerts being one of those drivers getting past the Frenchman. So Mathis managed to get up a couple of places, but as a result of that, Aljaz and Louet will not take any further participation in this race. Looks like there's going to be some medical attention down there as someone is walking to the 2 drivers. Hopefully they're both okay. Franco comes around the final corner, crosses the start-finish line to start lap number 3. And has already gone into the sub 60-second bracket. So Aljaz and Loet out of the race, confirmed retirements. Karel Stout now trying to break away from Thiemen Huben to start to claw back the gap to Tam Saleh. The gap between them was about 0.86 of a second between the German and the Belgian. So at the moment, Franco leads. Radenkovic in second position, nearly 0.6 of a second adrift. Tam Saleh in third place, Karel Stout in fourth, Thiemen Huben in fifth place. Jasper Leenerts now up into sixth position. Souverdou from France in seventh, ahead of the eighth and last runner in this race, Vic Stevens. Just under 4 minutes remaining. And the gap between first and second is now just under 0.7. Souverdou coming through turns 3, 4 and into 5, trying to close up to Belgium's Jasper Leenerts in the 177 from GKS Lemons Power for 6th place. But Leenerts still holding on for the moment, looks to take a tighter defensive line going through turn 7. Holds off Souverdou for the moment. But as the top 3 really have started breaking away, Karel Stout is now the cork in the bottle. The temperature really starting to climb at a high rate of knots as now they make their way through onto completing another lap. Lap 4 in the books. Just under 3 minutes on the clock remaining. Stout still keeping ahead as Leenerts was looking up the inside of Thiemen Huben, who tries to go up the inside. Oh, gets compromised, trying to go up the inside of Karel Stout. And there goes Jasper Leenerts. And here, once again, Mathis Souverdou trying to get up the inside of the 105 there, but did not have enough of an opportunity to get past. Rino Fernand Franco now also holds the fastest lap in this race, a 59.710. Matej Radenkovic running in the 59.8. And then everyone else is running in the 1 minute, well, anywhere between a 1 minute 1 and a 1 minute 6. So we go on to another lap with just 2 minutes on the clock remaining. Plus 1 additional lap. Radenkovic now has over 0.8 of a second advantage as Jasper Leenerts was looking up the inside of Karel Stout, and he goes up the inside through into turn number 2. Jasper Leenerts now up into 4th position, and Mathis Souverdou now is past Thiemen Huben. So again, another change, and this is the battle for what is going to be 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. So Vic Stevens from Dams Racing closing up on the back of this train, now being led by Jasper Leenerts. So it is about keeping it nice and calm and composed despite the hot weather conditions we are having here. Just under 75 seconds plus an additional lap to go. And Radenkovic is trying to close the gap on Rino Fernand Franco for the race victory for heat number 2 for Minimax. Franco crosses the line, sets the fastest lap once again. Gap is now nearly 0.9 of a second. So a 59.581 from Rino Fernand Franco. Now on lap number 6 as Stout has got past Leenerts, and Leenerts gives a little bit of a slight touch there going into turn number 2, which unsettles the fellow Belgian from PG Motorsport. So back into 4th position goes Jasper Leenerts. Stout looking to try and see if he can do something as Thiemen Huben goes up the inside of Mathis Souverdou through into turn number 7, and that is a retake of 6th position for the 105 representing the Netherlands. Time fast running out. It's nip and tuck whether Franco is going to cross the line. He will, with 1 second on the clock. That was close. So 7 minutes are done and dusted. As again, Leenaerts trying to hold off Karel Stout for 4th position. Waiting in the wings now is Thimen Huben. Matthijs Souverdou and Vic Stevens into battle over what is 7th position as Leenaerts is trying to hang on. So it'll be this plus another lap that Leenaerts will have to hold on the advances of Karel Stout and Thimen Huben. As the leader, Rino Fernand Franco, comes down into the right at turn 10. The battle for 4th position coming through the exit of turn number 9. Last lap board will now be seen by Rino Fernand Franco for heat number 2. So the Dutch driver keeping a commanding lead on proceedings. A gap of 1.422 seconds between Franco and Rudenkovic. Tam Saleh running out the top 3 for Germany. As now Jasper Leenaerts has gone ultra defensive very, very quickly indeed and shuts the door, not allowing Karel Stout to get past. Thimen Huben has got the ringside seat as Stout now tries to go up the inside of Leenaerts through turn 6. Can't get the job done yet. Down the back straight they go. As our leader now approaches the entrance of turn number 9 and makes the apex, comes out of the corner. The 5-way scrap over 4th position. Well and truly heated and about to explode. But Leenaerts has just got a few more corners remaining. He's got to try and keep Stout and Huben and the rest at bay. But round the final corner, it's another win for Rino Fernand Franco from the Netherlands. Another great performance by Matej Radenkovic to finish 2nd. Tam Saleh takes 3rd place, and Jasper Leenaerts is going to take it as he is at the line. Oh my goodness, Leenaerts takes it by 24 thousandths of a second ahead of Karel Stout, and it was a run to the line, very much fast and furious, with Brian O'Connor and Dominic Toretto in kart form thereof, but Leenaerts takes 4th place by a whisker ahead of Karel Stout. Thimen Huben takes 6th ahead of Vic Stevens and Matthijs Souverdou, rounding out the 8 that were classified, with unfortunately a first lap incident between Vidmar Aljaz from Sportsteel AKK in the 126 and Boluet in the 107. But again, Rino Fernand Franco from GKS Lemons Power representing the Netherlands in the 106. 2 for 2 so far, with 1 more heat to go that kicks things off at the business end of qualifying heat day at 16:05 local time.